Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. We got the big summit happening today, and we also have a little bit of a pump starting as we speak. Let's see how we're doing over on X. See if people can hear us over there. We got the big summit happening. Yeah, it looks like people can hear us. Let's see. Let's put a little GM in the chat for good morning. Get this party started. But yeah, surprised to see little pump starting here. 65,067 on Bitcoin. So we're up 1.5% since the show yesterday. Up 0.7. Market just opened. The traditional market. We'll take a look over there. It wasn't looking that good. Hey, Coach Master, GM from the West Coast there, man. Only a 6:36 your time. Bright and early. Glad to see you up and at 'em. Yeah, a little bit of a pump happening. We got the big course summit today. You know, the question is it game changer or is it a nothing burger? We're about to find out, I guess. But yeah, this nice little crypto pump. Crypto's been outperforming for 2 days. 2 days now. The stock market slid heavily the last 2 days, though it looks like it opened up. First, let's take a look at oil. We're not hearing much about the war over there, but oil 84.37 up another 0.37 today. So I have to say it's not good because I think in the best quote unquote ceasefire situation we had, we were there. I think we were around what, $68, $69. I think we really want to see mid 60s. But here looks like the news, and this was rumored, stock surge after Treasury boost bonds buyback. Yeah, they said they were looking at maybe doubling the amount of what they can buy, which is that QE, quantitative easing, or not? Yeah, it is. I mean, the net result's the same, right? So that explains the little pump. Look at this, man. Gold up 2% on that news. You know, gold once again a hedge against debasement, as is crypto. So nice little pump here, but that's the reason. Literally, I get everything ready, go down, do my little TikTok video. Didn't even include that in there. Fire up the show only to see things going crazy. But NASDAQ, everything was looking to open up flat, slightly in the red. But now we have the NASDAQ up 0.16. We have the Dow 0.19 and the S&P 0.37. Let's look at, STRC 94. Funny, it dropped a little bit. So that's the Michael Saylor's preferred. It'd have been around 95. Still not bad, but let's look over at crypto. Seems to be ripping. 65.06. It'd be great if we can maintain that $65,000 range. Nice little pump, though. 65,154 up now 1%. So yeah, it went all the way up a little higher. We'll see if we can up now. Looks like we just dropped below slightly 64. So went up, tested it, and kind of rejected it. Oh, yeah. Hey, Scott. Great show this morning. Scott, of course, my co-host on the GM Bitcoin Morning Show, fellow Bitcoin bull advocate, as well as he hosts for the Heine community every morning at 8:30 to about 8:30, 9:30. What, about 9:45 Eastern time, roughly? Great space, kind of variety, talk about a lot of stuff. It's a real good, if you're on the, that's 3:30 Coach Master's time. He probably, unless he hasn't been to bed, 4:30 my time, but it's when I'm getting up to prep for the show anyway. So, yeah, both Coach Master, Heine checking in from YouTube. I think I'd like to do more on YouTube. I probably should do some more videos there. Never done anything to really get people, but definitely get some. Oh, hold on. Looks like my wife was cleaning and unplugged my computer. Let me fix that before everything goes dead. Glad I saw that. Sorry, my wife was getting stuff up and kicked the plug. So anyway, we're back before averted a major catastrophic damage. But yeah, nice. Yeah, so we rejected. So we pumped all the way up to 65, 154. Now we're at 64, 850. So, but we'll see what happens. Market's only been open 11 minutes. So Ethereum, let's take a quick look at Ethereum. Ethereum 1929.88, 1.6 for the day, and looks like it got to 1938. So we'll see if we can regroup and back at that 65,000. XRP nicely back over $1, up 1.9% for the day, sitting at $1.01 and 81, almost $1.02, and it got to $1.02. And that last little pump. So yeah, good news. Wasn't expecting this, but seems like it's news on the Treasury. The rumor was, and I've got an article, they were going to reevaluate that, maybe as much as double what they were could do, with buybacks. But to me, that just becomes another way of money. 78.36. Wow, got to all the way to 78.63. Right before I started the show, I have two of my grid bots. Gonna have to do that after I'm doing my shows too. So, and reset them once everything goes in. But yeah, look at that, 8%. Gotta love that, man. Very, very nice. Cash Cat, kind of the biggest meme coin over on the Robinhood chain. Now on the Robinhood app as well, seems to be bleeding down a little. 92.4 million. That's the spike when it got listed on the Robinhood app, all the way up to 212 million. But it just tells you it may just not be that powerful a meme, or people just aren't really grabbing it outside of the trenches. But anyway, seems like that's why I keep my eye on it. There's some other runners, obviously, on Robinhood chain. Robinhood chain overall is doing well. We'll see if it's a real, if it's a fad, or it really gets that network effect. Ansem, on the other hand, doing good. I think I heard you say, Scott, today that he bought his handle on YouTube, or excuse me, on X, an actual Ansem handle, or was gifted it or something like that, because it was like Blitz something. I don't even know what the hell it was. It was some weird thing that unmemorable thing. But so now he has his Ansem coin and his Ansem handle, which is cool. But yeah, 243.5. Of course, he announced his his index, as well as his launch pad, which seems more like a promotional site than an actual launch pad, but I don't know. I haven't broken it down. Michael came up in our show, one of our regular contributors, daily speakers, kind of an expert in liquidity, came up. But yeah, Ansem, nice little pump there as well. So it seems like Ansem's doing good things. I think that's good. I think it's good for because Ansem, the name is the Black Bull. So he's the one that kind of started this creator coin supply control meta, and the Bitcoin Bull does the same thing. Let's see how the Bitcoin Bull's doing here. Bitcoin Bull still about the same, hasn't been affected. We dropped down below, right at about 10 yesterday, maybe barely below it. Now we're at 11.3. I actually bought a little last night. Of course, I'm earning when I spend on my CoinZoom card. I'm taking that 5% and I'm turning it into TBB tokens. I just went in the morning steady, and the owner, both of them have CoinZoom accounts, and I told him to buy some. He owns some Doge and some Pepe and stuff like that. So I told him to buy a little bit, and I'm reaching out to some of the CoinZoom whales. Talked to two of them yesterday. Going to try and get them to buy up like 1% of the supply of TBB to help hold that floor. But anyway, yeah, grinding. Had a great show last night. Great space last night. Everyone brainstorming a lot of ideas how to help it. So good stuff. Community's coming together nicely. You can buy it on CoinZoom, which you can just go to the App Store and Zoom app. You can buy it right there. Credit card, or you can wire money, ACH money over there. But yeah, that debit card. I know Scott said he's almost got the black card, or he just got the black card. I can't remember. I think he's right there, though. He's been using it for like a year now, though. But helping me spread the word. And anyway, exciting stuff. Well, let's look at the news. Of course, let's look back at Bitcoin. I want to see how we're holding up. So that was unexpected news this morning about the Treasury. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Yeah, 0.8% for Solana. Loving that. Loving that. What computer's a little slow here. I think it's this Restream software that allows me to stream and combine chats and stuff. I think that's what messes me up. Back over 65. Like it, man. I hope we can definitively hold over 65. That would be big. That would be big. Yeah, a little unexpected adrenaline rush this morning. But yeah, 65, 67. Yeah, so we're climbing back on the daily. What Tether? I want to Tether. Though Tether just not it with KPM and over collateralization. Here we are. We'll check back. Loving that. Love happened. The big man computer is like on a cold day. It's happening. You know, will this be something historic? I mean, it seems to me, to be honest with you, that they don't think the Clarity Act, I know it's a plan B. Now, whether they think the Clarity Act's going to pass or not, I don't know. But it seems to me like they're saying, hey, we're going to do our stuff without it. And the Paul Atkins, the SEC chairman, came out as much. So we'll see what happens later today. Like I say, this unexpected because of the change in the Treasury policy, which means they're going to be buying more T-bills, which means, in essence, quantitative easing. So anyway, it's big. We got the SEC chair, the CFTC chair, the DTCC, New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, CME Group, Kalshi, Polymarket, Coinbase, Ripple, Gemini. Yeah, it's a big meeting. We'll see if it's hopefully it's something more than just get together. Jeez, those things. Well, basically, yeah, I'll look at my notes too so we can talk a little faster. But yeah, Senator Loomis reiterating that the Clarity Act vote Tuesday, September 15th. Now, sometimes when they actually have to vote, you'll get a different outcome because if you have to vote, then that stays with you forever and can be used against you in elections and things like that, right? So it's a very popular bipartisan issue. Yesterday I should have saved the article. The former governor Andrew Cuomo of New York was saying how critical it is for American to be a leader in this next, that we have it. And he's clearly a Democrat, right? Smart people who understand finance, understand trends, understand movements like Bitcoin and blockchain and AI, they know it's important. So I would say that if they call a vote and you have to vote against it, that could haunt you forever. So we may see a different result. There's a little hope there. That's just how the politics works. As long as a lot of times Republican and Democrats purposely help each other out by not calling something for a vote. And as long as they do that, then there's no accountability. And these, I think most people feel like this about their government, but very broken system, very some of these idiots that are there just, and if they're good people and not corrupted before they get there, most of them become corrupted and worthless while they're there. But top White House official, I keep forgetting this guy's name, but anyway, he just confirmed the SEC and CFTC will provide clear rules for Bitcoin and crypto if Clarity Act fails. We have given the Senate every opportunity to pass it. Here's a robust set of rulemaking that will go out. If it ultimately doesn't succeed, they're going to let it loose. So it's good, but it's not in concrete like it is if you pass legislation. So, yeah, it's great. They're doing it, and we have a very positive administration there. But if they don't get it passed, it's not really in stone like it should be. This next article coming up, I believe, is Arthur Hayes, a new AI coin. Arthur Hayes, of course, the founder of BitMEX, the first real perps exchange in the world. Of course, they had to divest it and stuff because of pressure from American government. But Arthur Hayes is making his crypto comeback to launch AI token Flop. Hayes said, "I'm coming out of retirement to lead Flop Labs, protocol where AI agents use Flop to pay for computing power and memory." So actually what you're doing, what it is you'll be able to give a quote unquote allowance to your AI agent so they can pay for compute. The concept is they can kind of be like giving your kid an allowance, lunch money, whatever. They can do what they want with it. So this will be a token that will be, and it'll probably be peer-to-peer, or not peer-to-peer, but AI agent to AI agent, agentic agent to agentic agent. So that's interesting. I like Arthur Hayes. I'm interested in looking into this, see what it is, but I think it's probably a pretty good. We've seen VVV token recently. Voorhees coin doing really well. In fact, let's see how that's doing. It was up really big the other day. That's an AI agent that's kind of a decentralized AI. Anyway, there it is. Down 2.6%, but it was up massive, like in the teens or 20% or something yesterday. But yeah, still holding over 65. So super happy about that. And TikTok, I guess, is exploring transfer cash and maybe crypto DMs. That was a Bloomberg said. TikTok said that it's not testing it yet, but that's your wallet money transfers through TikTok Pay. So interesting. That could be kind of like what Elon's doing with X Money. You think about it, these social media platforms, they have the users and the attention and the eyeballs. So I think important stuff. Apologize for the slow on my computer. I shut it down tonight and turn it on. This is from our guy Hoff, regular attendee and sometimes speaker on our GM Bitcoin Morning Show. He's a TradFi money manager. He's always talking. There's some problems, coming in the economy. He posted this: private credit percentage of loans from borrowers that have stopped paying or at the brink of default is at its highest level in a decade. So we see it with car loans. We see it with credit card default. To me, the solution is to buy Bitcoin. Maybe real estate, some other hard assets. Gold, I don't know. Guns and ammo, you decide. U.S. Advisory Board says China's data advantage could give an edge to China in the AI race. That's huge. This AI race is serious, probably as important as the nuclear race, because AI can, it's just, it can help in even military stuff, all kinds of stuff, man. It's so can crack other people's codes, all kinds of stuff. If you think about it. And I like this. This is Hoff's a big believer and supporter in the Bitcoin Bull TBB community as well. And you get your FUD and all this stuff. But he posted this. I thought it was nice. This is from Henry Ford. When everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. So when you're taking off, you go head into the wind. So I think that's a good metaphor. There's people that used to be quote unquote friends, people we hung out with for years, or crypto Twitter out there fudding, talking, taking shots. You say it's easier to tear down a building than to build it, but yeah. So that's it. It's when you're building something, a community, a token, or whatever, there's definitely going to be headwinds, but you just keep pushing forward. So love that quote from Henry Ford, VR guy Hoff. I think our next big push is to get that 21 milli, our floor. Right now, it seems we have this 10, 11, $12 million floor. Love to get that up to 21 million just for, and then we can kind of build from there. But it's a long-term project. Jason himself says it's multi-cycle, so that's what we believe it is. So, and you can buy it on CoinZoom. Like I said, I'm reaching out to all my friends. I've got thousands of people on CoinZoom. I'm reaching out to them all, get them to buy the Bitcoin Bull. U.S. listed SK Hynix, I believe it's a South Korean company, surged as high as 7.1% after announcing a massive 29 billion share buyback. The AI chip giant will repurchase, cancel up to 25 million shares over the next 3 months. So, yeah, so they're doing well, as are all chip. Last night, some of these people after they retire, they'll park their trailer and they'll take care of campgrounds. We ended up last night, this guy we know retired up there. We're talking to him. He was saying, yeah, one of his best friends bought Bitcoin early on, told him about it, and now he's driving Lamborghinis, has all this money. But he was saying he did buy NVIDIA early on and did real well, but wants to know more about crypto. But yeah, has a friend driving Lamborghinis, doing got in pennies, got in Bitcoin at pennies. And most people have heard about Bitcoin, they just didn't act on it. Just like you're hearing about other tokens now not acting out. Oh yeah, this news may not come up, but it was Kalshi filed with the CFTC for perpetual futures trading with major indexes. So if they get that, I'm going to go on, but Kalshi gets that, you'd be able to trade S&P futures and stuff leveraged on the Kalshi platform. I don't know if that's going to get okayed or not. They're facing their own headwinds, as a lot of people consider them gambling. Geez, we're already time's flying, man. Dang it, computer doesn't want to work. Anyway, this was one of the biggest things is BlackRock up. Wait, but whether it comes up or not, I'll just tell you. BlackRock says BTC 50% pullback was caused by deleveraging rather than a fundamental change to long-term investment thesis, still advocating for a 1 or 2% allocation. And that's going to go up, that allocation, stupid thing. Anyway, let's go over and see how Bitcoin's doing. We'll kind of end there, and feel free to join us over on the GM Bitcoin Morning Show. We'll talk little TBB and other stuff. But that looks, yep, still barely. We're barely holding on. We're 65,006. So I'll take it. You guys have a great day. We'll see what happens with this big Trump meeting. Meanwhile, this is kind of like the Fed caused a nice spike. Let's see if we can maintain it. We have a lot to talk about. So look forward to kind of up in the events. Big day eventually. Some people in nothing burger. We're going to find if I can stream. My computer starts glitching like this. The other day we weren't able to end it. Hopefully won't have that luck today.